So next we are going to study what is empirical formula and molecular formula. Empirical formula shows the ratio of the different atoms present in a molecule, and molecular formula shows the actual number of atoms present in a molecule. Example, the molecular formula of glucose. Molecular formula of glucose is C6H12O6, but its empirical formula is CH2O. So in empirical formula, that shows the ratio of the atom. One atom 1:2:1. That is the ratio of the carbon, hydrogen and oxygen in glucose molecule. And molecular formula shows the actual number. There are 6 atoms of carbon, 12 atoms of hydrogen and 6 atoms of oxygen. Empirical formula shows the ratio of the different atoms present in a molecule, and molecular formula shows the actual number of atoms present in the molecule. And the method for calculation of the molecular formula is molecular formula is equal to empirical formula n times. Molecular formula is equal to empirical formula n times, where n is equal to molecular mass divided by empirical formula mass. If you know empirical formula, you can and the molecular mass, you can find the molecular formula of a compound. By using this relationship, molecular formula is equal to empirical formula n times, where n is equal to molecular mass by empirical formula mass. So an example, if the empirical formula of glucose is CH2O and its molecular mass is, this is the empirical formula of glucose, and its molecular mass is 180. That's given. So what will be its molecular formula? Empirical formula CH2O and molecular mass 180. Then what will be its molecular formula? So we have to calculate the first empirical formula mass, EFM, empirical formula mass. That is, atomic mass of carbon is 12 plus 2 hydrogen atoms plus 16, that is 30. Empirical formula mass of glucose is 30. Then you have to empirical formula, you are given CH2O. Then molecular mass is equal to 180. Molecular formula is equal to empirical formula n times, where n is equal to molecular mass divided by EFM, empirical formula mass. So molecular formula of glucose is equal to, so you have to calculate En. What is En? So here n is equal to molecular mass is 180 by 30 is equal to 6. So molecular formula of glucose is equal to empirical formula CH2O 6 times or C6H12O6. So that is the molecular formula for glucose. So method is, first you calculate the empirical formula mass by adding the atomic masses of the different atoms, And in some problems you will be given vapor density. Vapor density. 2 into vapor density is equal to molecular mass. If you are given vapor density, then you can calculate the molecular mass by multiplying with 2. 2 into vapor density is equal to molecular mass. So next is the method for calculating the empirical formula and molecular formula if you are given percentage composition. In problem you will be given percentage composition of different elements and you are asked to find out the molecular formula of the compound. So in that case you have to use the method is first you write the element. For example, carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So that is element. Then next is percentage by atomic mass. Percentage by atomic mass. For example, if you are given 54.55 percentage carbon, then 9.09 percentage hydrogen and 36.26 percentage oxygen. So percentage by atomic mass means this by 12, then this divided by 1, this divided by 16. So in the first case you get 4.54, then 9.09 and 2.26. That is the second one. The next is we have to divide this value by the least value. So next step is dividing by smallest factor. The smallest value we have to divide it. That is 4.54 divided by 2.26 and 9.09 divided by 2.26 and 2.26 divided by 2.26. So this is 1 and this is 4.02 and here it is 2.00. 008. That is the by dividing with the smallest factor. And last is the ratio of the atom. Ratio of the atoms. Here you take a 2, here take 4 and here it is 1. So the empirical formula is equal to C2H4O. That is the empirical formula of the compound. If you are given, if the vapor density is given, vapor density is equal to 44. If the vapor density is 44, then what will be its molecular formula? So vapor density is 44 means its molecular mass is equal to 2 into 44, that is 88. Then what is EFM, empirical formula mass? EFM is C2H4O, that is 12, 24 plus 4 plus 16, that is 44. So N is equal to 88 by 44 is equal to 2. So molecular formula of the compound is equal to C2H4O twice or C4H8O2. That is the molecular formula of the compound. So sum upping this empirical formula that shows the ratio of the different atoms present in the molecule. Molecular formula shows the actual number of atoms present in the molecule. Then for calculating the molecular formula is equal to empirical formula n times, where n is equal to molecular mass by empirical formula mass. So next is limiting reagent. What is a limiting reagent? A limiting reagent is one which consumes completely during the reaction. So during the reaction, which reagent is completely consumed, that is called a limiting reagent. Limiting reagent is the reactant which is completely consumed during the reaction. For example, 2 gram hydrogen is reacting with 20 grams of oxygen. 2 grams of hydrogen is reacting with 20 grams of oxygen. Now, which is the limiting reagent? And the method is, first you write the basic equation for formation of water. When hydrogen and oxygen are combining, water will be formed. So, equation is 2H2 plus O2 gives 2H2O. Hydrogen and oxygen when combining gives water. So, the atomic mass, molecular mass of oxygen is 2, so 4 gram of hydrogen combining with 32 grams of oxygen to form 36 grams of water. According to basic equation, 4 gram hydrogen require 32 grams of oxygen to combine to form water. But you are given 2 gram of hydrogen is reacting with 20 grams of oxygen. So, you have to calculate how much oxygen is required for reacting with 2 gram. So 4 gram hydrogen require 32 grams of oxygen. So mass of oxygen requiring for 2 gram hydrogen is equal to 4 gram require 32 grams. So 1 gram require 32 by 4. So 2 gram into 2. That is 16 gram oxygen. 2 gram hydrogen require only 60 grams of oxygen for forming water. So here hydrogen is completely consumed during the reaction, but there is 4 gram of oxygen left behind. So since hydrogen is completely utilized during the reaction, hydrogen is the limiting reagent, and the amount of oxygen remaining is 4 gram. Amount of water formed is 18 grams. So what is a limiting reagent? Limiting reagent is the reactant which is completely consumed during the reaction.